So this is always a good question because again, I think there's a lot of misconceptions. I think a lot of providers will try and define high net worth insurance by a certain policy type. There is high net worth insurance policies out there. They are bespoke for individuals that have higher valued possessions, potentially a higher valued home. But again, this is where tailored insurance comes into it. This is where advice comes into it. A high net worth individual doesn't necessarily have to have a huge property with 7 bedrooms and a swimming pool. You can be deemed a high net worth individual just based on your contents. So, for example, you could live in London in an apartment and have hundreds of £1,000s worth of contents. Um, but ultimately, it's somebody that doesn't fit on a standard home insurance policy. I go back to the comment around online insurance. So there's a lot of inner limits with insurance policies. So a lot of blanket insurance is banded around now, isn't it? £1 million worth of buildings or unlimited. But within the policy wordings, there are limits within that. What a high net worth policy does is break those limits, give much more expansion on cover. So, for example, you had £5,000 worth of jewellery cover on a standard policy. An online provider isn't going to break this down to you and make you understand whether that's fit for purpose. What a high net worth insurance policy does is give you more expanded cover. What we do for you is explain that, make that make sense and make it fit your needs. But ultimately, high net worth insurance is for individuals with higher valued items, potentially high value property that require better or more comprehensive cover than a standard home insurance policy. If you've had a claim, we'd need to understand the circumstances of the claim. Naturally, it's dependent on type of claim and time of claim. So if you've had it in the expiring 12 months, that's something that we would have to look at. But it's never a straight no. It's something that we would discuss, look at the situation, look at the scenario. Again, as advisors, we could potentially advise you to stay where you are, but we would have that conversation with you. We do have insurers that can deal with adverse claims history.